y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shamika and this is Check the Rhymes. I'm super hyped that you're here, but you already know the drill. Tap that subscribe button and check me out at my media partner suite929.tv. So it seems like it was just yesterday that I previewed this show, like their mid-season premiere, and here we are already at the time for the finale. Oh my God. So Tyler Perry's The Oval. The finale airs July 22nd, which is Wednesday, at 9 o'clock on BET. And so joining me is the president himself. No, not that one. I'm talking about the president of The Oval, Mr. Ed Quinn. He plays President Hunter Franklin. We're going to talk about what we can expect in this dramatic finale because you know there's going to be some drama. I'm going to talk to him about what's coming up for season 2, and I want to get some behind the scenes tea and see if Mr. Quinn is going to release any new music in the future. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. Welcome to Check the Rhymes TV. How are you?
I am great, Shamika, and I love the name of this show, Check the Rhymes. Shamika Rhymes. That is just fantastic.
Oh, see, you are the only one that has caught that connection.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Attention to nothing. That's the first thing I noticed. I was like, check the rhymes. Yes. If I were you, I'd have coffee cups and T-shirts. I mean, like, that's probably the name of my credit card.
Right. Look, I do have a T-shirt. I and Mike flag. I've got it all.
Okay, good. I was going to say, because that's just too cool.
So I'm excited to talk to you, Mr. President. The Oval, it feels like yesterday when I just did the mid-season premiere interview with Kron. So here we are. It's time for the finale. What can we expect? Because I'm sure it's going to be dramatic in Tyler Perry fashion.
Yeah, it's, I love that they're doing this 2-hour finale because both episodes are pretty explosive. When we're filming it, they don't tell us that it's going to be a 2-hour finale. And so, it was just episode 24 and 25. And,
right.
The fact they're putting them together, so much stuff happens. I think it's a brilliant call. And, it's a bunch of storylines. There's, culminate in big reveals. Hunter gets himself into, Hunter gets broadsided from within his own administration and creates a whole new mess. And, it's going to be quite an evening tomorrow night. I'm really proud of it. And then next week, go back to work and make season 2. So it's going to be just great.
So since you brought that up, I was just curious. So are obviously with Corona still, I'm always like the Rona's still running rampant around here. Will you guys still be kind of living, at Tyler Perry Studios, like on the property, and what precautions are being put in place? Because, obviously some places are still requiring masks and all that stuff. So do you know yet what that's going to look like?
Oh yeah. No, Tyler has gone above and beyond. I mean, he's really kind of tip of the spear on this. People are kind of trying to soft open their productions, or small productions are going, but Tyler's going full in. We started testing my cast, like Sisters was casting, all of June, to clear to get, you need to test. They have us testing for 3 weeks, test the day we get there, and special tests, all the newest tests. You're then quarantined alone in your residence. Everybody's living on the lot. He built 350, 1-bedroom apartments in a month.
Wow.
So all cast, all crew. I lived on a lot last year. So last year I was just, this solo guy, kind of weirdo, living off in the historic district all by myself, and absolutely loved it. I never left. But now everybody's going to be there. Literally, there's this giant parade field of, it's like 11 football fields, and he built all these, apartments all the way down across, like barrack apartments. And then in the houses is all the cast and executives and stuff. And once you go on, you don't leave. There's still social distancing and everybody wearing masks, and there's no interacting. It's really, really serious. But Tyler has always been about overcoming massive obstacles. Opening his studios, making his movies, making his TV shows, and this is just yet another hurdle that he's going to clear with flying colors. I mean, Sisters is already more than halfway through their season 2, and everything's just going fantastic. You know, and now we gear up. We're supposed to fly out next week, and it's you know, it's the Tyler Perry way.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about Hunter Franklin for a minute. Every time I even see a clip, I'm like, why is he still with Victoria? Like, what in the dysfunctional world? And then the other question for me is the amount of grief that the Obama family got for being a black family in the White House. Will we see coming in season 2, you diving into being the biracial family in the White House on the Oval?
So, yeah, you know, I like to look at the show as that, you know, Hunter and Victoria met very young, and her family, she was sort of the outcast of her family, and yet what they saw with myself and, you know, with Hunter and Victoria is that this could be the kind of power couple that could win a mayorship, win a governorship, and get to the White House. And so what I believe was, you know, really it almost just seemed like some sort of manifest destiny. It just seemed like these two, it was their fate that they were going to be together. They are a powerhouse couple together. When they turn it on, it's fantastic, but they both have a lot of, you know, growing up to do, especially Hunter. You know, a lot of his acting out tends to be kind of a bit of arrested development, also a bit of just feeling trapped and wanting to be sort of out of this, you know, situation, a relief of the pressure. Victoria as well, just, you know, still that little girl trying to, you know, please her parents. And I hope eventually through the season they somehow find their way back to who they really were and accept the, you know, the fact that they were the soulmates that they were supposed to be. And, you know, and at this point, you know, you know, the show really has been sort of, you know, neutral on the fact that they're an interracial family. And, you know, to this point, it's really, really worked. It's not going to be a topic in season 2, you know, as of yet. But, you know, I think Tyler and a lot of people who, you know, they're behind the show just say, you know, let's give the audience a respite from, you know, the news and all, you know, this is escapism television. Let's just make this fun and easy.
Yes. And one thing I know for sure is every time I call somebody when the Oval is on, they're like, my show is on, I can't talk. And I'm like, but I just have a question. So everybody loves the Oval. Even my mother will straight hang up on me if I call during the Oval.
Oh yeah, no, the moms out there. There's a lot of moms and dads that like, you know, that you know, it's the best. And that warms my heart so much. I can't tell you. You know, I knew we were kind of, you know, born on third base, as they say. I mean, it's just like when you're doing a show for Tyler Perry, right when he's, you know, doing his big deal with Viacom, and he's coming home to BET, and they're launching the streamer, and he's just opened the BET Plus, and he's just, you know, like, has the grand opening of his studios. I'm like, we have when you've been doing this as long as I have, and you've seen so many shows fail for so many dumb reasons, and it's just like there's so many pitfalls and stupid stuff that kills television shows that is not here. And that's because of the name on the top of the show, because it's Tyler Perry, because it's Tyler Perry Studios. It's, you know, you just like took a deep breath and just had faith that this was going to work. And the fact that it's the number one, you know, new show on cable, and, you know, has this rabid fan base that's growing. You know, maybe one of the tiny silver linings of this coronavirus is everybody's watching a lot of TV right now, so we've had a lot of fans discover the show, and, you know, it's one of the reasons why, I mean, Tyler is spending tens of millions of dollars of his own money to get everybody back and shoot a second season, because, you know, and also, I mean, what he's created there in Georgia, and like all the people who want to work and need to work, but also want to be safe and need to be safe, you know. You know, he's just creating this ability for, I mean, just, you know, as an actor. So I have so many friends, they don't know when they're going to work again, and they're on hit shows. And that's a hard thing. And all the crews and all the, support, companies and industries for it. So I don't know. It's pretty amazing, and it's pretty humbling, and I couldn't be more proud to be a part of it.
Wow. So amazing. And for my last question, I know that you have a musical background. Are you going to be releasing any new music, or have you worked on any while you've been in, quarantine or social distancing?
Not only have I worked on it, maybe this is like one of the doesn't really matter, but one of like those little casualties of the quarantine was I was almost finished with my new recording studio, and that I'm building like right down the street. I have a lockout. We were building this whole. I was building with a couple of partners, and I mean we were so close to being done, and then this hit. So yeah, I have a bunch of new music that I want to record, and I wish I could have been using this time. I mean, I've been working on it, but kind of by myself. But then the production comes, and the tones of it, and working it all out. So unfortunately, it was really close. But what's great is I can go back, get season 2 in the can of the Oval, and then come back. I have a couple other projects that I'm working on, but that can be one of the things I can focus on in the fall. And so so hopefully maybe for the season, let me see, what is it? I would say maybe for the season 2 mid-season finale, I might have an update for you. So I'll have to come back.
Okay, I'll be waiting. All right, well, thank you so much for catching on what Check the Rhymes is, and then we'll make sure to tune in tomorrow night on the Oval at 9:00 for 2 episodes for the dramatic finale, 9:00 on BET. Thank you so much, Mr. Ed Quinn. I keep wanting to call you president, but thank you so much.
That's okay. Check the rhymes.